We're back on again. There you go. Welcome back. Welcome back. You missed Chugga Wugga singing there, but you're probably quite lucky that you missed Chugga Wugga singing. Okay, so let me give you a quick recap on what happened, a synopsis of what happened last week. So Billy Bob, Faze and Carrot have been hired by a street doc called Ida. And Ida is a rather disillusioned street doc who owns a downtown clinic and actually gets a lot of her medical supplies by raiding corporate vans, going from the mayor's location across town to Southside. And they're actually being used currently to support the Firebirds gang, which the runners are very definitely opposed from. Anyway, there is in order to facilitate the raiding of this van, the runners were put in touch with a man called Mike. And Mike is one of the drivers for Translocation, the transporting company of the medical supplies. And what happened was that he said that he would be prepared to help the party runners if they did him a slight favour. And apparently there has been a rather ambitious secretary or admin assistant working at Transcall called Farrah, who's been taking or fabricating indecent films and pictures of various people from Translocation and actually selling them or bribing them. And the players, the runners, had to get to Farrah's house or apartment and dispose of the incriminating evidence. They did very well. They did very well indeed. They managed to locate the apartment. They managed to get into the apartment. Billy Bob managed to delay Farrah coming back to the apartment. They had a bit of a problem undoing the safe, so they decided to take it with them. And they just nicked the whole safe. And they took it back, and one of the four-wheel gang, which Billy Bob is going out with the mechanic from it called Handbrake, and they managed to open it and give the data chips. There was quite a few data chips in there, which was given to Faze so he could have a look at them. He's been in his room for quite a while looking at these data chips.
And there's no toilet roll there.
And there's a really sort of like suspicious what's going on. Anyway, they got in touch with Mike, and I think this is right, guys. You got in touch with Mike and told them that the data was safe. Is that correct?
We offered to send it to him as proof that we had actually got it, but he said it was all right, that he trusted us.
Yeah.
So we've just kept hold of it for the time being, just in case. Because the thing with Mike, what he did is that, you know, he was just supposed to give us the location of when the van was going to go, but all of a sudden the job changed and he then wanted a favour. So
yeah, well,
just to prevent any more favours, we kept hold of that. And then once we've got the truck information and when he's setting off on it, then we're just going to destroy it all. But it's just a bit of added security at the moment.
Excellent. And so you are currently you've got all the data chips out of the safe, guys. So it's not just Mike Sawyer's data chip. There's all the data chips that Farrah actually created, Farrah McLeod. And so there's quite a few data chips in there. They're not labeled or anything, but they are all different colors, some form of obviously coding for her to sort of like keep an eye on what is what. In total, you think you've got about 26 of them, all different colors. So, and when I say different colors, there's quite a few blue, but there's quite different shades of blue in there. And you just having a quick scan through them, Faze, you can see quite clearly that Farrah McLeod features on each one of them, and then there's various people actually up to no good, shall we say, in compromising positions in each and every one of them. Just roll your normal computer and logic roll. can't remember whether or not we did this beforehand, but we'll just make sure we do it again.
Computer and logic.
Yeah, just like you're doing a matrix search or something like that. Yeah, and you can. I think I told you this last week, but just to make sure, they're obviously fabricated. They're photoshopped. Even the video is badly sliced. So, but how she's covered them up is that she's made them quite blurry, so you can sort of like not see the connections, the overlaps. There's quite a lot of cuts backwards and forwards, so you sort of like see her sort of like flicking her hair back.
Does it look like it's been done by a static camera, or does it look like it's somebody's been filming them?
No, it looks like it's a static camera. And so some of them, for example, there's a bit when a guy that's obviously like a business guy seems to be loosening off his tie at the beginning of the film, but you can tell that the background has been sort of like cut out. So he could have actually been, and then a background superimposed onto it. And so it's a bit like he could have just been maybe undoing his tie in an office, and that's when it was captured. But then she obviously has cut him out and superimposed him onto a boudoir, a bedroom or something like that. So there's quite it's not a very good. You think you could do miles better, Phase, if you would like to at any time.
Oh yes, please.
Okay. What would you like to do, guys?
So at the moment, we're waiting for Mike Sawyer to contact us, aren't we? Was I correct in thinking that he's actually going to be on the van?
Yes. So what you're hoping is that he'll be on the van, and he will be driving it to a specific location along a specific route, and he will at some point along that route stop the van, okay, and leave it unattended, and then you'll be able to maybe drive Rusty Rosie up behind it, offload the stuff, and then drive off. And then Ida will, if you remember, Ida, who's the Shifty Street Doc, will then be in touch with you with a drop-off point. Remember, you weren't to take it back to the clinic. You were meant to go somewhere else.
Was I correct in thinking that is it 3 boxes of stuff that we've got to get?
Yeah, it could be 3 boxes or more. She said that there could be a variety of things in there, but whatever's in there, take
as much as we could, really.
Yeah,
as much as we can carry.
Yeah.
Okay. Whilst we're waiting for the call from Mike, can I go and do some shopping? Can I go and buy something like motorbike helmets?
Oh.
To cover.
You don't want Halloween masks?
No. I thought motorbike helmets, and then some type of jumpsuit. Is there?
Oh, like orange ones.
No. Is there some type of jumpsuit? Is it something?
Overalls.
No. There's some type of jumpsuit that you can actually get in the game. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have a look. See.
Have a look and let me know.
I'm going to have a look. It is called an Urban Explorer's jumpsuit.
Cool. That sounds excellent. Let's have a look at it. I'll search for urban. It's not that.
Designed for couriers, athletes, and free runners, these colourful jumpsuits are well ventilated and breathable, but surprisingly protective, with lightweight Densiplast and liquid reactive armour. Urban Explorer jumpsuits feature a built-in music player and bio monitor.
Cool. Now,
I want
that's awesome.
something along those lines, so that we can all dress the same.
yeah. So your availability on that is 8.
Right. Is there something? Is there just some type of clothing that we could get?
That
we could wear our armor underneath?
So I think what you could probably get is some kind of jumpsuit similar to that, but without the music and the armor, etc. So it's literally just going over the top. The only thing that I would ask you to consider is what's on the outside of the jumpsuit and what's inside the zip. So, for example, Carrot, do you have your bag with your reagents on over the top of the jumpsuit, or is it inside? gun holsters. Whereabouts are your gun holsters? On the outside, or are they on the inside? And then be aware of that in preparation, just in case it gets to the point that we sort of like say, you know, you need to do this. Where is your gun?
Okay.
How
many?
Sorry.
I'm wondering whether or not it's. I wonder whether or not it's worth actually trailing some of these translocation vans and just see what sort of like routes they take, and whether or not there's sort of like one person or two.
Are we keeping you up, Big? Are we keeping you up?
Yes.
Having a bit of a yawn there. Yeah, well.
I mean, we know that we can't get any information from the actual translocation itself, because I've already tried to. I've tried to hack into it, and it's a bit out of my. It's a bit out of my depth, security wise. So we can't get any information about any of the routes from that. So it might just be worth just. Because it could be anything up to 2 to 3 weeks before he contacts us.
That was correct, and that was something that they said they're going to wait until it's actually on, ready to go, because they don't know. So it would be on a moment's notice, which is a bit of a pain because it means you can't take any other jobs.
Will we be able to get that that kit then? Seeing it's going to take maybe 2 weeks or whatever.
What kit were you after?
The kit that FaZe was on about.
Oh, jumpsuits. Yeah, I mean, you're quite. I mean, jumpsuits and helmets are not restricted, so you can just go out and buy them. That's absolutely fine. And phases, you probably use your fake SINs, you know, your system identification numbers, so you can just go out and actually purchase them, which would be.
I don't have one.
Oh, I'm sure somebody has. Otherwise, you know, the thing is, the corporations are not going to be scanning everything to see who's bought a jumpsuit. You know, probably go for something a little bit dull rather than orange. You know, we don't want what's that name of that famous old-fashioned DVD that used to be out in the 1900s and 2000s, Orange to Black or something like that. Black to orange.
Orange is the new black.
You know, it was about prisoners inside, women prisoners.
Orange is the new black.
It's still going, yeah.
Yeah,
Orange
well,
is the
yeah,
new
it's not.
black, or-
It's not going now, of course, because we're in 2076.
I'm with you.
It's.
You never know. It could be the fourth rerun.
How do you do face palm in the chat? How do you?
I'm with you now.
Yeah, well done.
I thought, what's he going on about?
Okay.
Fish. That's right.
There you go. Yeah. So, FaZe, if you do a quick computer roll, you might be able to find out a suitable location nearby where to buy these. You know,
I actually have Sprawl Life for South Side.
oh yeah, good one. Go
So
for it.
I might
never use
probably
that.
be
You
able
never
to get
use
it
that. So
I just thought I would just use it there.
yeah,
actually.
have a go at it and see how many successes we get. Oh, 3 successes! Yeah, well, brilliant.
you.
Okay, it's you. So you nip onto the internet, so to speak, and you sort of like typing away, and you see that there's several locations near where your house is, where your den is. I'll just zoom you across to the map so you can see where you. Oh, wrong. We went into D&D there for a quick second.
Did we?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, you'll see it in a second on the stream.
Oh, sorry, I'm not on stream.
Yeah, we just went. And you know where Fears the Day's house is?
Yep.
Can you see the map
yes.
now? Can you see everybody
Yeah.
see the map? Yeah, there's
The
quite.
old apartment.
Yeah, there's various places around there that you can actually go and purchase crash helmets and also bike helmets, sorry, and also jackets, jumpsuits that you can tuck in. Yeah, they're a bit like 1960s 80s, 1990s jumps shell suits. You know, you can buy some of those, and then that'll be absolutely fantastic.
Okay, well, we'll just pick the location farthest away from the apartment. One, because we've got a whole lot of time, and secondly, just in case they sort of like try to.
Okay, just out of interest, Chuck, Faze, while you're on the internet searching for this, you notice that you naturally check your runner page about, you know, where people are looking for jobs, and you notice that there's an advert for some runners or some information required, and it seems to be from somebody called, let me just go to my page, somebody called June Somerville. Okay, and it says, reward. I am willing to pay 6,000 credits for the safe return of a safe and its contents, or 10,000 credits for hiring of someone to actually locate it for me. June Somerville. Do you want that information again?
Now, June Somerville rewards 6,000 credits for the safe return of a safe
and its contents.
And its contents.
Or 10,000 credits to hire a group of people or one person to actually locate it for her.
What's the contact information? Is it a?
There's a normal commlink number underneath it.
Am I able to trace the commlink to see where it's registered to?
To trace it, you would need a mark on it, wouldn't you? Correct? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know whether or not there was sort of like a directory of numbers or something like that.
Well, yeah,
it's public.
Yeah, well, it's registered to June Somerville.
Right. Okay.
Just like yours would be registered to Faze. I don't know your second name, Faze.
It's
Kebabski.
Eugene Brown.
Faze Kabowski.
Eugene Brown.
Oh yeah, so yours would be connected. Is that a sin? Is that a fake sin, or does your normal sin? Yeah. So
I don't have a fake.
Oh, got yeah.
It's just
so yours would be actually registered to Eugene Brown.
Okay, I'm going to get the information. I'm going to sit down with Billy Bob and Longshanks.
Cool.
So we've got this information of somebody looking for a job called June Somerville. She's looking for the safe return of a safe.
She's looking for the return of a safe and its contents.
What do you think of the chances that this might be Farrah?
Very likely.
It's probably likely. And if we were to do some sort of deal with this, I don't know how we would do about it. But if it is her, I bumped into her, so I won't be there.
Okay, but the chances of her actually remembering you might be pretty slim.
Yeah, she in order to remember, there's a memory roll on your character sheet, so that's what she would have to roll. And then I would adjust it via the difficulty.
So yeah, at the moment we've got this safe. So say for example it is her, and she wants it back. We've got this safe. We've got what 25 chips on it.
Yeah, 26. Yeah,
26 chips. We're only bothered about protecting Sawyer. He's the only one that we're bothered about. So I mean, we could quite easily get rid of that chip, or maybe I could alter it in some way.
I was going to say, couldn't you doctor it?
We'll just wipe the chip so she gets an
Well,
empty chip, so she counts 26 chips.
I could make it so that it was corrupted. We could hand over the safe again back, maybe make a bit of money on the side, still protect Sawyer, still get the ban.
Yeah, that was the deal at the end of it, wasn't it? Just for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm up for it.
Sounds like it could be good.
Again, if we do, Carrot, you might have to magic me.
That's what I'm here for. Woo!
I'll send the com number to Carrot and say, make the call, Carrot. See what we can arrange. Maybe a meet.
I pick it up and then use my running commlink that I use for Shadowruns to call June Somerville.
Yeah, so the cam it actually rings very a few times, and then it's actually picked up, but there seems to be no video feed.
That's right. The commlink I'm using is a rating 1 anyway.
Hello,
yes, is this June Somerville? We saw your ad about safe return of a safe.
speaking.
We would like to inquire about your advert.
Do you have the safe, or are you willing to find the safe?
We're willing to start looking for the safe.
Oh, that is somewhat of a imposition then.
How so?
Well, that part of the job has already been accepted, you see. Do you have the safe?
No. I'm happy to look for the safe.
You don't know where the safe is then?
Not at all, no. That's why I'm inquiring about trying to find it for you.
Maybe we could come to an agreement.
I'm listening.
Ask her, where did she last have it?
Phase, just out of interest, is and role played this please correctly, guys. Just out of interest, is Carrot's fake sim on your pan?
No.
No. Okay, thank you.
I do have a comlink on my pan, but it's his rating.
It is normal.
4-1.
Yeah, got you.
You've just disappeared.
No, I disappear when I'm doing the voice because there's no video chat for her. So, you do not have the safe then?
No, I'm looking. I'm asking you to give me the details so we can look for it for you, as per your advert.
Maybe we could come to an agreement with its location. The current people I'm paying 10,000 credits to. Would you like more or less?
We could do similar amount. Sounds good.
Oh, a bit of a competition then. Who will find it first and return it to me?
That sort of thing, yeah.
Nice. Maybe the first people to find it will actually be able to have a certain bonus.
As long as it's a monetary bonus, it sounds good.
I think that could be arranged. Do you know where I live?
I only know the details that you posted on the job advert.
I will send you my details shortly, and we can arrange some transfer, shall we say?
I await your contact details.
Indeed, await. And she hangs up.
I end the call and say, and I turn to Billy Bob and FaZe and say, that could have gone better. I think she might have she kept asking if we have the safe. And I kept saying no, but I have a feeling she's
probably just trying to fish, see who's got
could
it.
be fishing. But she did say that she's organised another group of runners to find the safe.
Whereabouts are you at the moment, please, guys? I've still got the map up, so you should be able to.
Run this place.
Are you still? You haven't set off to buy the goods yet, then? So you're still at the runner's place, yeah? That's
Oh,
good.
I thought we had got them.
Oh no, yeah. So I say, so you bought them and you've got back, yeah. So don't forget to change your monetary values.
How much were they?
Well, a normal helmet is about 100 credits, so we'll probably say that that's about the same. And the jumpsuits are probably about 250. So it does sort of like remove 350 off. Did you want any particular colours?
No, we just want to get it all matching. That's all. That's the only thing. We don't want anything that stands out.
Okay, cool. And are you in them now or out of them now or what?
No. I mean they're there purely for when we get called out, just in case people see us actually getting into or hijacking this.
Cool.
What's the armor rating?
Truck. I wouldn't worry about armor rating. You'd be able to have your armor on over it.
Yeah, you would be able to. So they're not like the jumpsuits. They're quite flimsy. I tell you what, they're more like. When you're doing forensic science, and you put something over the top of you. They're more like that, rather than
more
some
like an overall.
But actually. But actually made of cotton, quite resistant cotton.
We did get the bike helmets as well, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
those
got
might offer a bit of protection.
You got those that sort of like like moped people wear. With a little peak cap going out there, and then it does go straight. Or did you want full face ones?
Full face one, so
okay,
they can't see our faces.
Cool.
That was the whole idea of the helmets.
Yeah, you just probably have to be careful about commlinks, etc., because they will be resting on the side of your head. And please remember that when your visors are down, there might be visibility issues as well.
I think we might be in trouble. The commlink that you used, Cabot, it wasn't secure. Is it the same one that you gave to Sawyer?
I can't remember now.
No, it wasn't.
No.
The one from Sawyer is generally the one that's on your pan phase. That's the one that you normally use because it comes from your personal network. Because it has that's what I'm assuming, because it has your protection on it. But this one wasn't on your pan, and that's why I had to check. Yeah, sorry, FaZe.
Can I see the comm unit?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, because it's wireless.
Well, can I see? Carrot? Can I have a look at the comm unit?
Yeah, I passed it over.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were looking at it in visual in VR. Oh yeah, that's why I said it.
I'll put it on the floor and I'll stamp on it.
That's right. That's what it's there for.
Okay.
We might be made. She might have actually placed that advert to try to get the people who had the safe to come forward.
She could well have done, yeah.
And in which case,
but
she's already
we did the right thing, or Carrot did the right thing by saying that we haven't got it. We don't know where it is. We're just accepting for looking for it.
Yeah, no, there's no problem with that. But there's already somebody else looking for it, and if they're monitoring the comms of anybody else who's calling in, and then chasing up those leads, that very well may be the case. So I think we get our stuff and we go somewhere else.
Is it?
Have we got the
dump
safe on us?
Well, didn't we dump it? I thought we dumped it.
No, we've got the files. We can take the files. We've dumped the safe already.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you actually took it to the four-wheeled gang first, and then they opened it for you, and then you got rid of the safe into a dumpster somewhere, and then took the actual
We
chips
put it in the
out
Thames.
of it. Yeah, okay. Just out of interest, have you upgraded your apartment
No.
in any way?
No.
It's got a magical barrier on it.
Yeah.
For my lodge.
But we haven't paid the extra for the increased security. We're purely operating on a middle
So
lifestyle.
yeah, so it's got a rate. What rating? Magic barrier is mana barrier is up.
It's whatever I can have with my lodge when I got it.
I think
so
it's 4 because that's
rating.
the maximum rating of the.
Yeah, cool. 4.
Yeah.
That's the maximum I could have at this level of running.
Excellent, but you haven't done any other increased defences or anything like that.
Nothing.
Okay, thank you.
There's nothing electronical increased.
Yeah,
So we haven't got any increased security or anything like that.
So basically, it's got the normal SIN locks on, etc., etc. You haven't improved the windows or anything like that.
But in fairness, there's nothing really in there that's of any significant value, is there?
I disagree with that. There's us.
Well, it's where we run from, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
it's.
But it's not got like.
I think the problem is that if we have been made, then we need to make the situation go away because it could constantly be going on.
I say we put one of your RFD tags with the cameras facing the front door, the inside of our apartment, facing the front door, and go and stay in a motel for a few days and see what happens. That's probably the safest bet. That way we're not in the place if they do decide to.
Okay,
Come pay us a visit.
if they've got a hacker though, I have to have it wireless, and there's a chance that they could actually hack it and get a mark on my deck or
Okay.
on my pad as well. So
We don't have to, but the point is that we're not
We'll-
here when they're.
okay, let's
They come
let's
visiting.
Guys,
I honestly don't think that is anything to worry about, really.
you've got an incoming call.
what's it coming in on?
It's coming on Carrot's normal rating for commlink. It's registered to Mike Sawyer. It seems to be Mike contacting you.
I will pick up.
Yo, bro! Mike here.
Hi, Mike.
Mike
Hey,
here.
Mike. How are you?
He's all like does
Is it a video call? Sorry, or is
yes,
it,
yeah, video still. He does like a fist bump pull back.
You see me
to-
reluctantly do a
to you.
fist bump back,
He sort of like says,
but quite like half-heartedly.
he says, can I just say, guys, I'd just like to say thank you, massive thank you for what you've done for me. You know,
Pleasure.
I'm so pleased that all that stuff is out of the way. And, you know, I'm more than happy to keep up my side of the bargain now. Provide you with the information. And he says, there's a bit of a problem.
I'm getting
How-
my bag together.
How
I
so?
have the stuff in it.
He says,
How so? What's the problem?
he says,
I'm making sure the fridge is turned off.
you don't turn the fridge on.
We could be away for a long time.
Face, you meant to turn your hair curl straighteners off. Oh no, for you. No, it doesn't matter. He says, he says, I think we should meet. He says there's been a development, and you know, bro, there's a problem.
Can I
And-
see this video call?
Yeah, it's coming through to all your comm links at the same time.
Can I, as he's talking, I want to judge intention, see whether or not maybe Farrah's got to him and
It might be a
Is it-
puppet. No, sorry. Yeah, go for
or
it.
or the other.
Could you make
Right,
sure?
yeah, I wanna
Can you
do-
make sure you GM roll it to me, please?
Oh Christ! What does it? What's judge intentions? Oh yes, I know. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Sorry, I could do it on the.
Yeah, you should be able to do it on the character sheet.
Longshanks, why does your name on roll 20 look like it's got a capital E at the beginning?
How do you like
You
those
what?
puppies?
I
Did
don't
it
know.
come through all right?
I'm on carrots thing.
Oh no, sorry, it was just when I go over the top of it with my cursor. Cheers. Yeah. You think he's telling the truth? There seems to be no issues there at all.
I say same place as last time.
Yeah, Sally Sidewinders, I think her name was. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds
bro.
good.
He tries to do that thing that that you do when your hand shakes when you do that, and your fingers flick.
I never understand that. I don't.
Do you know what I
don't
mean?
either. I know what you mean, but
I bet Big can't do it. I thought
that thing, yeah.
I don't know what Big
We
was
used to
doing,
do that on the back of people's legs at school.
but whatever
We
you
used to
do,
go
Big,
behind
please
them
stop
when they were wearing
it.
shorts and go like that, really hard on the back of their legs. I wonder whether or not that's where it came from.
No, Master Jedi, this is live. How dare you? How dare you?
Today's date is the 4th of June, July.
1997.
And the
Yeah.
time, and the time is 1949. At least it makes a change that you actually hear Master Jedi, doesn't it? 'Cause just trying to get extra points in everybody's things. Okay, yes. So he says that he's quite happy to meet in Sally Sidewinders, and he sort of like said, "Bro, give me a time, mate."
What's the game time now?
It's about 2:00 in the afternoon. He says, quickly adjusting the clock.
It said 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Still says 5 o'clock.
Say again, sorry.
It doesn't say anything now. It's
No.
disappeared.
It's gone.
I'm sure it's like 5:05 or something.
I say sort of like, can you do in like an hour's time?
Yo, bro. Sure thing. Meet you there. Meet you
Do it in an
there.
hour's time.
Yeah. He signs off like this.
I
Anthony
turn to
Westside.
Billy Bob and go, fire up Rusty Rosie.
I don't
To the
like
back
this.
cave.
I don't like this.
I don't either, but Sally Sidewinders is going to be a fairly open place, and it's full of Shadowrunners, which I didn't really forgot about. But hey, we'll be fine.
Okay, he was at Sally's last time, wasn't it? How far away is Sally Sidewinders from Translocation?
There you go.
Mucho grassy ass.
It's miles, isn't it?
So Sally Sidewinders is down here. Let me just put us onto the big maps
Hang it.
here.
Sally Sidewinders.
And
Yeah. And
translocation.
we are,
Oh, there.
and we are there.
I'm thinking one of two things. One, I'm thinking that Farrah's got some more information on him, and she's asked him to contact us to arrange a meet where the other people who have been hired to get the safe back are going to intervene, or the other runners who have been hired to get the safe back have already put the.
Or it could be a change, or they could a change of the actual delivery that we're meant to be intercepting. Something could have changed with that as well. They could have put.
Oh,
extra
they've
men
took
on
him
it,
off the
or
drive.
taken him off
Yeah.
the drive, or something like that. That's the thing. That's the risk that we take.
Either way, right? If not phase. Carrot goes in and will hang out.
Just in case there's an ambush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure Sally will be able to handle it herself. Like, but
She takes no nonsense, that one.
Carrot goes in and like,
Okay, look,
takes the pizza.
If the people, if it's a setup, they're going to be at Sally Sidewinders.
Yeah.
So why don't we either do one or two things? Why don't we wait until just before the meet and change the location of it?
Change location.
And
Okay.
it can just be a block down the street. You know, a coffee
go
shop
to,
just down the street,
Hungry
and
Like a
just
Wolf.
say, sorry, you know, we can't get into Sally's. We'll meet you at X coffee shop down the street, and we meet him there, or we say to meet us somewhere else, and then we're parked down the street, and as he's coming out, we get him into the car and have the meeting actually in the car.
Okay.
At least then we're going to be mobile. I reckon we do one of those two things. And if we do have to go into Sally Sidewinders, I say we go in as other people. You can do that, can't you, Carrot?
Well, that I can.
Can you make us all
All
look like
three
a-
of us.
Oh.
It would be a risky bit of magic, but I could.
Or can you make Billy Bob look like you, and they think, oh, it's just a wimpy old mage who's come for the meet, you know, and then bang, big orc guy.
I can do that.
But you can't do. Can you do voices?
It's everything. Voices, scent, physical shape, clothing, everything I can do all in one spell. And it affects technology as well as human eyesight.
Okay, so how many people does he? This video call that we had in Worlds, was it two-way
Who with? Sorry.
with Sawyer?
No, as in it would have been via. You could have seen him, but he wouldn't necessarily see Carrot.
He would just see Longshanks.
Well, he would see Carrot, but even then, it was probably just voiceover because Carrot doesn't have any way to capture his own image. So he was probably on
at the
a
moment-
computer
At the
rather than a
moment,
commlink.
Sawyer doesn't know Billy Bob or me
No.
No,
because we were there for the original meet,
But you were hidden away in
but we
other
were.
parts of the bar.
I was sat at a table, and Billy Bob
We
was
sat at two
near
different.
the.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Was he there when we actually went? He was already there when we went in, wasn't he?
He was.
Last time.
Was yeah.
Yes, he was.
But that doesn't mean that he would know that we was all together.
Okay, so our options are to change the meet. So wait until nearer the time and say, right, can we meet at coffee shop down the road? I'll have a look on the Matrix and just get a coffee shop 2 blocks down, a Sawyer Calf shop.
Well, you have Sprawl Life Southside, so you can name the place and where it is on the map. I'm quite happy for you to do that.
Right. Okay. Well, it just needs to be a block over.
Yeah, so go for it.
Just for them to take the advantage of. And it's Joey Sawyer Emporium.
Okay, go for it. Put it on and then type it in.
Joey, what?
So it just needs to be a block over. So just there. How do I type text?
Hang on, let's just make it so. Whereabouts is it going to be? There.
Halfway down that street, put it.
Yeah. Okay. Then, so if you go onto the same bit that you drew your shape on, and then if you
Yeah.
go further down, there's a text. If you just click,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't have text.
and then you can.
Oh,
just-
yes,
This is
I do.
I that
Yeah.
says text. Check out stuff.
So do I. Can't wait to get a new office
It wouldn't
chat.
let me. When I pressed enter, it said no.
Computer says no.
Just remember that.
Oh, it has come up now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, when I press enter, it doesn't. How do you select it?
Go back to the move arrow. There it
There we
is.
go.
It's there now.
Joey Soy Cafe Emporium.
Can I just remind? Is it physical mask you're doing?
Yes.
Yeah. So just remember that you're writing everything, but of course it must be the same basic size and shape as
Yeah,
the
but I
natural
can-
form. That's the
but I
only
can-
proviso.
I can
Bigger
change.
than you, huh?
I
Yeah.
can change Billy Bob into me though. That's fine, isn't it?
Well, that's
Am I not bigger than you?
not an issue. Why don't we do this? Why don't me and you, Carrot, go to Joey's Soy Cafe Emporium? We wait there. You put in the call to Sawyer close to the time of the meet, saying that we can't make it. Meters are blocked down at Joey's. But in the meantime, we will have Big B, Billy Bob, in Sally's, getting there early to see him coming in, see whether or not he comes in with anybody else, and whether or not he leaves by himself or makes a call as he leaves.
Bearing in mind, if I'm doing the spell,
You don't
Billy
need to do
Bob's-
the spell because they don't know Billy Bob.
That's fine then.
But he doesn't know Billy Bob, and hopefully nobody else, even if they picked up anything on the apartment security cameras at Farrah's,
He wasn't there.
he wasn't there. They won't have anything facing the street, and she wouldn't have put two and two together and taken into account Billy Bob.
No, hopefully not.
Right, we'll have Billy Bob there
Okay.
an hour before the meet.
So now,
I'm getting
Yeah.
guys. I'm getting some banging, like somebody's tapping a mic or something, like that, coming through. I don't know if somebody's hitting the mic with their head. I can't see your zoom. I've put you across onto
I don't think it's me.
this. Then
I heard it.
I've put
Yeah.
I've put you across onto Sally Sidewinders. Can you see it?
Re-
Okay.
yep, yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Billy Bob knows what Sawyer looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, because
yes.
you were
Yeah.
you were in the place when
Yeah.
I was meeting him. So yeah, you did.
Okay, so the only person that's going to be at Sally Sidewinders is Billy Bob.
Okay. So Billy Bob, place yourself where you would like to be.
He's going
Okay.
to have he's going to have Rosie parked outside somewhere.
Yeah. Absolutely. Fine.
But
Is there
after
anyone
dropping-
sitting on this table?
Doesn't look like it. Looks empty.
Oh, damn it. Okay, whatever. So I was kind of hoping that I'd.
Yeah, you can be sat there, not a problem. Okay, so Carrot and FaZe, whereabouts are you?
We're down the road at Joey's Emporium.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to wait.
Are you inside?
We're
Yeah.
inside Joey's
Cool.
Emporium. We're going to wait for Billy Bob to let us know that Sawyer has arrived,
Cool.
and to let us know whether or not he's come with anybody else. I'm going to tell Billy Bob that he'll just have to be careful because he doesn't have a sub vocal microphone, so he'll have to mask his speaking and.
Correct.
But hopefully it's going to be, there's going to be other people talking, and he'll be able to pull it off. And then once we know that Sawyer's there, and see whether or not anybody's come in with him.
I just not text you.
You
Yeah.
can text us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Text us. And as long as you don't have fat fingers and can't understand what you're saying. Once Sawyer's in there, Carrot's going to make the call, asking him to meet us down at Joey's. and then we're going to see who leaves, whether or not Sawyer makes a call. Billy Bob's going to follow him, get in the car. It's only a block away, so he'll watch him a certain distance down the block, and then he'll get in Rosie and come up so that he's there as well at Joey's.
Cool. Just one bit that I just need to make sure how you're going to do it. So sorry if it sounds like I'm being pernickety about it, but it is important. You said that you're going to see whether or not he makes a call.
Yeah, whether or not he does anything that's. I mean,
I didn't know whether or not, just to remind you that, for example, if he's got a subvocal mic, or if he's got a commlink built in, or he's not a case that he's going to flick over his phone and go hello. I just want to make sure how you're actually deciding how it is. So, for example, if Billy Bob's just going to watch him, then that would be I would just ask for a perception roll.
Chances are he's not going to have something like a subdermal microphone. So if all of a sudden he sort of like starts going like this and going, it's changed.
Hang on. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. He might not. He might have one. What I'm asking is that how are you going to? All I need to know for that part
purely via Billy Bob's perception.
Cool. That's all I need to know. I didn't know whether or not you were in the Matrix. Monitoring comlinks. That's what I wanted to check.
I can do it 100 meters, but I wouldn't be able to. We would have to be 100 meters away, and I don't think.
Excellent. Okay, so just so I know, tell me if I get any of this wrong. So Billy Bob's going to be in Sally Sidewinders. Rusty Rosie Lee is parked outside. Carrot
not directly outside. Just
somewhere near. Yeah, Carrot and. Phase are in Joey's Socaf Emporium, inside, sat separate from each other.
Separate, yeah. I'm going to be in AR, and I'm going to be monitoring devices within 100 meters.
Yeah, cool. You're going to wait till Mike Sawyer appears in Sally Sidewinders. Billy Bob's going to let you know, and then what's going to happen is that. Well, we can take it from there then, can't we? Because that's when you'll kick in Carrot. Can I just say, for the sake of Zoe Socaf's Emporium, since you've just made it up this minute.
Joey's
Socaf Emporium, quite remarkably, looks very similar to Sally Sidewinders. Very similar. Okay.
Can we choose somewhere that doesn't?
No. And I'll just show you the difference between the two now. So if I can.
You're just going to take Billy Bob off?
No, I'm not.
One's got like a blue tinge to it. The other's got like a red.
Yeah. How did you know?
I didn't see. What did you do?
I didn't do anything at the moment, but all that was going to happen was the tinge was going to change.
Right.
But at the moment I can't change it, so I just have to
pro streamer.
I can't.
Hashtag.
Oh, I think I put it on. Did I put it on via here? Where did I put it on? Yeah, I did. So this, can you see how it is now? So that's Sally Sidewinders.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work.
Excellent. Right, we'll just. Well, hopefully you won't have to use them both simultaneously because we're going to be stumped.
Yes, you will do.
Right.
Yeah, I figured it out.
Question.
Yeah.
Do I still have my stun track as it is from last week with 2 stun on it, or is that gone?
Yours.
Because I took some stun last week from casting spells.
That is correct. Well, as far as I'm aware, you haven't said anything about resting or anything like that.
Okay, so that's fine.
So you would still have it.
And also, I'm just going to roll combat sense for this whole thing. That I'm just going to have that on in the background.
Is that being supported by
my focus, concentration, tribute? Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go. So that's at
Cool.
force 2.
Carrot, you need to come up with an excuse why we can't meet him
Yeah.
at Sally's.
Is that force 2? Yeah, because that's the maximum
That's,
that
that's
you
the max
can.
I can
Yeah,
have.
yeah, 2. Cool. Okay.
Maybe say something like you got in to a disagreement with the quality of the food, and you've been earlier and you got banned or something. I don't know. Just you'll come up with something. I'm sure you will. Right.
Okay, you're all ready for action then, yeah?
Cool.
Yeah.
What time did you say that you were going to meet him? I forgot.
Whatever time it is, we want Billy Bob there an hour before.
Yeah, I'm there an hour
Yeah.
beforehand anyway.
So say 6. Well, it was say 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Let's say it was 5 o'clock.
Yeah. So Billy Bob would be there at 4. Yeah. Okay. So slightly before 5 o'clock, Billy Bob, about 1:45, you notice that Sawyer comes in. Okay. He goes straight up to the bar. He orders something, and the gruff bar Sally Sidewinder sort of like tuts at him, and sort of like brings out a glass and pours something out of a jug that's sort of like got a couple of ice cubes bobbing around on it. You think it's probably water, and then he picks it up. And he goes there. There's about 4 or 5 other people milling around the place. He's paying no attention to you at all. He's sort of like looking round in front of him, sort of like going. He's one of
Did
these
I
people.
notice if anyone came in with him?
No, not. Well, make a perception.
Like
Make your perception roll. You figure he's got a very low etiquette skill, by the way. You don't think anybody actually came in alongside him. There's people coming and going right the way all the time, and you figure he doesn't have a very good. He definitely doesn't have a very good etiquette skill, and he's just sort of like stood there, or sat there, looking around.
right.
And somebody goes past with some blue-coloured spiky hair, and he sort of like goes.
Obviously, scanning around can I notice if anyone's like keeping an eye on him or just staring him out?
Yeah, make your perception roll or something similar.
Would that be -1 now? Because that'll be the second time.
Yeah, and if you could do, guys, if you're doing perception rolls with things like that, it's better if you could. Do you have the GM roll icon?
It's
You
just
will
on
do
the
at
top of the
page.
top of the screen of
Yeah.
your character sheet. You just highlight it, and anything that you do is
Oh, cool, yeah.
to the GM.
And then you don't see that, don't you?
No, we
No.
still see it. It's not a blind roll. It's a GM roll, so we still see it.
Where's
Oh.
that?
Just below the
there was
logo
a
to the right.
macro that wasn't there something that we could is it /BR?
Yes,
Oh, there's a macro at
That's
the bottom that
blind,
says
isn't it?
Whisper GM
that's
Yeah,
to
that's-
next
talk.
to extended test.
Do you have a blind roll?
No, it's not. It's not BR.
Let me have a look.
I'll just roll it -1.
Yeah, cool. That's all right.
Did anything come through to you then, Inwills?
No.
I'll get the macro for it. There is a macro that allows you to do a blind roll that we don't see and you see.
Yeah, I think it's a script, and I think I've got it loaded up, but I'm not too sure what it. Oh, is it !B?
Explanation bar B roll.
B roll. Yeah, that's it.
Is that not for the blind roll?
Yeah. So what that is that only I
How's
see.
that?
Yeah. So I see that and you don't. So for example, if you're making a perception roll, if you !B roll it to me, then I see it, but you don't know whether or not you were super successful or not. Okay.
Do you want us to do that now then?
No, it's...
That didn't work.
Yeah, no, so you would have to put... This is...
You would do exclamation mark,
Hang on.
B-roll,
I'll put it
Yeah.
in.
and then whatever your perception is, what you roll it, it'll
Eight-
be
8d6
8d6
Oh,
greater than 5.
So that's what you would type in. Without the inverted commas.
B-roll.
8d6
D6.
greater than 5.
Oops. That one. 5.
Yeah, that's cool. So you don't see that then, but I do. Okay, so
Right.
what's a glitch? Critical glitch is more than half, isn't it, at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you don't see anything. Everybody seems to be doing their normal sort of like bit. There's a bit of chatter going on. He's sort of like there. He keeps sort of like,
Okay, so I'm gonna message the lads. He's here. He seems to be on his own. Everything cool for cats.
message comes through with a few spelling mistakes and a cool for cat sign at the end.
No kisses.
Yeah, kiss.
He accidentally attaches a photograph from his camera roll that's not meant to be there, and he's frantically trying to ruin me.
It's one that Handbrake took.
It's involving Billy Bob and Handbrake and a gear stick, and I'll say no more.
Excellent.
She's teaching me how to drift.
I will, after I get that, I will pick up the receiver and my commlink. And
Hello?
Do you have AR gloves? You know,
I do. Yeah, that's what I meant. Hocusy pocus. No, I'm not hocusy pocusing.
Wasn't
So
that
I ring Sawyer.
wasn't that slang language for turkey or something? What you just did there?
If you're calling me, you have to do the beep beeps.
Beep, beep,
I thought I heard.
beep, beep.
Okay, Billy Bob. All of a sudden,
Beep,
you
beep.
hear something coming out of the from across the room. Comes a tune. It goes.
I love this tune.
It goes.
It's
Hello.
a key change.
Hello. Hello. Hi, bro. Where are you,
Hi,
bro?
how you doing?
Are you here, bro? Can't see you.
I'm not. I'm slight change of plans. I found an amazing coffee shop, and I was going to get you a coffee.
Oh.
A soy coffee.
Right.
Is that all right?
I've got me water here.
That's all right. I'll get you a really cool soy caf. It's just a block up from where you are.
Shall I bring my water?
I don't think that's a good idea. No, Sally might be a bit upset if you walk out with her glasses.
Who's Sally?
The owner of the place you're in.
Oh,
might-
you
might
know
be a
the
bit upset
owner.
if you-
You know the owner here. Wow. You're such a cool runner, you are. You don't have video at the moment because, of course, he's just on his commlink. So whereabouts am I going?
It's
Billy Bob, you see that he actually stands up.
It's-
Sally Siderider was cleaning the pots then, just so you know.
That's right. It's what's it called? Joey Soy Cap
Soy
Emporium.
Cap Emporium.
It's Joey's
Joey
Soy Cap
Jojo's.
Emporium. It's literally just one block up from where you were.
Okay,
You can't miss it.
okay, mate. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
I'll order you a soy cap then
And some
As he's
water.
done that,
and some
sorry,
water.
as he stood up and done that, do I like recognize anyone else getting up and walking out, like getting up when he gets up and walks out when he walks
Yeah,
out?
good plan. Make your perception roll.
Do it blind.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the new place?
Yeah,
This
this is
a
in
new
here.
place. I'm going to sit here. And I've made sure that I've got 2 soy caps as well.
Did someone just move the map?
Yeah, me.
Did that work?
Yeah, cheers.
It worked.
Yeah, it did.
Well done.
Dun, dun, dun.
Does it allow you to do the last roll on it or not? Last roll.
No, you should be
No.
all right though. You're pro streamers.
I'm not a streamer. I'm not pro anything.
Okay.
You'll be back soon.
Billy Bob, what are you doing?
I want to know if anyone got up with him.
No, no one. No one immediately. I mean, people are leaving and going all the time, but you don't think anybody went immediately after him.
Right, okay. So I'm gonna wait a few seconds as he's gone out the door, get up, walk out to the car, keep an eye on him as he's walking up the road,
Yeah, he sort of like
making sure that no one's actually following him.
Yeah, he sort of like heads up. Sort of like he seems to be looking at something on his on his cyberware all the time. Probably looking at the built-in Google map showing where he's going, etc. And he pretty soon finds the. Are you taking the car with you, Billy Bob? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive up once he gets a bit further up
Cool.
and out of my sight. So I'm gonna creep up.
So you're curb crawling for a little while, and then
Not exactly curb crawl. Handbrake would kill me. But yeah, I'm eventually gonna be parked, not outside the calf, but just up past it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. By the time you park the car, Mike Sawyer has entered Joey Sawyer Cafe Emporium, and you should be able to see him now on the map, guys. Yeah.
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 He sort of like looks around and he sees Carrot over there. Goes, "Hey, hey!" And he sort
I
of like
smile and point to I point to the soy cat that I bought him.
and comes over. He says, "Oh, this
And a
is
glass
a
of water as well.
oh cool." He says, "This is a nice place, isn't it? Do you know the owner here as well?"
I don't know. I just found it.
It's
Um,
chilly.
And then I lean over and whisper into like in a conspirator sort of like conspiritual way and say, "Truth is, us Shadowrunners, we don't like to be in the same place more than once."
Oh, he
You know,
says.
we tried to keep. I didn't want to say it over the phone, over the
He
commlink.
says,
but,
he says, me too. He says, I'm very much like that. You know, I get quite nervous being in the same place every sort of like
yeah,
time.
you never know who's looking. and watching-
Phase,
and watching you.
there's several comlinks wireless in this place, including his and Carrots is on your network. There's a jukebox that is or some kind of music playing device in the corner that is obviously wireless as well. There's coffee machines that are wireless and a few data pads that people are actually using. There's a couple of wireless holdout pistols available, but one seems to be in an old lady's handbag who's sat, others say where she is, who's sat here. Okay. And the other one is in a businessman's suit pocket here. And he
Okay, but
apart from
Sawyer's
that,
not tagged or anything. No, he's not being tracked, or if it is, it's hidden. So I just want to, whilst I'm monitoring the room, I just want to quickly check for hidden devices, but
yeah, go for
paying
it.
particular attention to Sawyer just to see that he's not RFID tagged and being tracked.
So do you want to specifically matrix perception him?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it then.
Do you want me to do a normal wall, or do you
It's
want
up
me
to you, I
blind
don't
roll
mind.
it?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that there's there's a macro for it next time, so you've got it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, he has no devices on him at all.
Okay.
Is that it?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, whilst the conversation is going, I want to try to get a mark on his. I'm still in AR mode, but I actually want to try to get a mark on his commlink.
Okay,
So
then.
that I can then locate it. I'm not going to reboot my deck though after I've got a mark, and I want to try to keep that mark.
Okay, and then what do you want to do once you've got the mark? So I missed
Well, once
that
I've got
next
the
bit.
mark, I can then trace the com if I need to, but I'll probably monitor it to see what calls he makes.
So you want to snoop it? Is that what you're asking to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. So
But not now. He's not going to be making a call now. But I want to have the mark on it, so
Yeah,
in
that-
the future I can
that
actually.
that's what I was going to suggest. So if you want to get the if you want to get roll to get the mark, are you hacking
Yeah,
on
I
the
just
fly?
want to-
Yeah.
I'm hacking on the fly. I'm in AR mode, so I'm going to be at -2.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you easily put your blue triangle with the 3 circles on his comlink. It's quite a basic comlink. It seems to be normal run of the mill.
Sort of like 8-in-1 job is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says, "Shall I talk here or shall I wait till later?" He seems to
talk
be
here, that's fine.
Carrot. He seems to be getting very into this sort of like spy runner thing, and he's sort of like looking around all the time, so like thinking, what's going on? He says, "Well,
I'm just sitting there, sort of like quite relaxed and casual in the chair. I'm not looking around, sort of like as he is, as fidgety as he
Yeah.
is, and obvious as he is.
He
And I
says-
say, it's fine. What's the problem?
He says, right, first thing, thank you again in person, me to you. Thank you so much
you're
for
right.
that. Got me out of a sticky situation there. Second, he says, there's been a development. There's a bit of a development going on. He says, normally what happens is that we have our vans and we go in our vans and we take the routes we want and we deliver the stuff. But they've changed it.
Right? How so?
They've changed our vans and the prescribed routes we need to go on. And,
Okay.
and they're actually monitoring the routes. So
Right.
now, beforehand, I could actually tell you which van I would be in and where I could stop. But now, I can't. I can't at all. I can't tell you which van I'm in, and I can't tell you where I can stop. I can still stop for you. But I just don't know where.
Okay. Well, if you no need to worry about that. As soon as you
I
get
knew
that
there would be.
information-
I knew there wouldn't be anything to worry about. I knew you would have it in hand.
As soon as you get that information, so which van you're on and what route you're meant to be taking, message me, give me that information, and then we'll contact you very quickly about our plan, about where we want you to stop.
Brilliant.
And then
Brilliant.
we'll sort it out that way.
Oh, I knew you would come up with a plan.
I'm just forewarning you. We might have to stage it as a robbery. I'm not saying that's what will happen, but we might have to stage it as a robbery.
You're not going to hit me, are you? You're not going to
We'll
hit me.
try not to. This is a last case resort.
I trust you,
Just say
mate.
no, because you're not going to be the one hitting.
I trust you, mate. I trust you, mate.
But I can guarantee that I won't be the one hitting you or shooting you or anything like that.
Have you got other people?
You can definitely bank on the fact I will not be doing this on my own.
He points at a sort of like a businessman over in this chair and says, Is he one of yours?
No one in here is one of mine. They're not here.
All right.
They're keeping an eye out on the outside.
He says, great plan. He says, but there's a problem.
What's the further problem?
Well, I won't know which van I'm in until I get into it. And I'm the driver. And it'll be really obvious if I try to send you a message because of the guy sat next to me.
Would you be able to? I'm surely you'll be able to know before then. You'll collect the keys from the office or something like that.
Yeah.
Would you be able to send a message?
Go in,
like, collect the keys, go to the toilet, send us a message wash from the toilet, and then
he says, I could try. We go together to the desk. We get the keys. We get the van. We go together, get in the van, and then the route comes up on the dashboard, and we follow that route.
Well,
maybe I've got a plan. Maybe I can use some secret passwords like fancy turning right down this road. That would work. That would work.
What would be better is if when you get the keys, you message us. You go to the toilet. You message us what van number you're in, because it will have the license plate or something like that, and when you're leaving, and then we will be able to follow you and find you that way.
Right. So I get the keys. I go to the toilet. I message you which van I'm in, and then you'll follow me.
And then we will know from then, and we'll be able to follow you, and then we will send you. I will call you, but do not answer.
Great. What do I do?
That will be the signal that we're starting.
What do I do with the guard when I go to the toilet?
Will he follow you to the toilet?
I don't know.
So just say, I just need to, just make an excuse when you need to go to the toilet after you've got the keys, and then just go. Don't wait for him.
Right.
Use your initiative. That's what's bit. And then I lean forwards. That's what's being Shadowrun is all about.
Right, got ya. So, go get keys with guard. Tell him not to come with me. I'm going to the toilet. Go to the toilet. Message you. And then you'll follow me in the van.
And then we'll find you in the van that way. And then
great.
We'll message you. I will either send you. I'll send you a message about when we're about to hit. When we're about to do whatever it is we're about to do. But you don't do anything. Just react to what's happening.
You don't want me to stop the van. Normally, I stop the van. And we get out. And when we get...
what you normally do.
Yeah.
That's what you normally do, then we'll send you a message and you can stop the van, go to a cafe or something like that. Do what you would normally do.
Great. Sounds good.
Can I talk to Carrot subvocally?
Yeah, by all means.
The problem that we're going to have with that is that we're not going to have the time to get to. It's going to be sort of like last minute. We're not going to have time to get up there and get the van's location. We're not even going to know which way it turns out of the building.
Well, why can't we just be?
Because it can happen any time within the next 3 weeks.
So what you're saying is we're going to have to camp out there, and that's going to be
at the moment he's going to go up to he's going to get the keys, he's going to go to the toilet, he's going to make the call. We could be at the apartment, we could be at Sally Sidewinders. By the time we get up to translocation, we're going to have lost the van.
Would you not be able to have your deck following his commlink?
I can track his commlink.
Yeah, so then
as long as he's got his commlink on him, and it's not blocked, it's not jammed in any way.
Okay,
we'll have to go with it. We'll have to work something out.
I say to him, make sure you have your commlink on, and make sure it's not blocked. So, would there be a blocking device in the van? This is me talking to.
The problem is, I'm going to have to keep a mark on that commlink now for 3 weeks. I can't reboot my deck. I can't go out of AR.
Okay, no, I didn't know that. I said to him,
I can't even sleep. Can I sleep?
Yeah, you're not a technomancer. You wish. You're a decker.
So if I sleep, I'll go out of AR and I'll lose the mark.
No, because your AR is used on your AR is focused by your deck. It's your
okay, so
deck.
I'm just going to have to keep the mark on the deck and not reboot the deck.
You cannot reboot the deck at all. If you reboot the deck, then that would actually be it.
Right. Okay, we'll go with that.
I turn to Sawyer and say, so when will we be likely to have this? When would you be likely to be making the delivery? Are we still 2-3 weeks, or are we a matter of days now?
He says, I don't know. He says it just comes out the blue. I normally get to know. I get to know when I arrive in the morning, and I go up and they say, instead of doing this, you're doing medical supplies today.
Okay, and then would you go out instantly, or would you go out later that day for the medical supplies?
No, I go to the desk and I get the van keys and they say, it's medical supplies today. And then as I go along, I go to the toilet and tell the other guard not to come with me, message you to tell you which van I'm in, and then...
No, don't tell him not to tell the guard not to go with
You don't need to tell the guard not to come with you. You just say to the guard, I need to go to the loo, I'll be back in a moment.
I'm off for a quick Jack Whizzle before we go. Tell him exactly what to say.
So you just need to say, I just need...
Say it.
Yeah, you don't need to say not to come with you. Just say to him that you just need to go to the toilet. You'll be back in a moment, and then you message us. Make sure you go into a cubicle and lock the cubicle behind you, and then message us.
Right.
I have to go and point Percy.
Got ya. I'm in with this.
Carrot, it has to sound convincing. Say,
but it has to
two
sound.
ticks. I've got to point Percy.
You've got to make sure that it sounds convincing and normal, as if that's what you would normally do.
Oh, you want me to act? Yeah, I can act. I'm a really good actor.
That's good.
I can do that.
And then message us.
I wonder whether or not I could hack the jukebox and get some tunes going.
Probably could.
Probably could. I'm going to leave it now. I want listening on this conversation to make sure that Carrot says about pointing Percy.
Okay. I'm ready. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know I can do this.
Go for a playthrough. Go for a playthrough, Carrot. Playthrough.
Yeah. So start from the top. Tell me exactly what's happening.
Where from?
Play
from the beginning.
Play the role of the guard. Play the role of the guard.
So, I go in. I get my keys. I get the order. I say to the guard that I'm going to the toilet and not to come with me.
You don't need to say that.
I
say to the guards, just need to go to the toilet.
Just need to go to the toilet. I go to the toilet. I go in a cubicle. I lock the cubicle. I message you on my commlink and say, tell you which van I'm in. And then I go out, get in the van, and drive off.
So, like, no, honestly, it needs to be convincing.
You got it. I got it.
Okay, and then get into the van, and then follow the route as you would normally, and
then stop the van, get out, let you guys do your business, get back in the van, drive off.
We will be following you, and we'll message you when there's a good place for you to stop.
No.
Oh, how will I know that?
Once he's in the van, he just carries on as normal.
Okay,
we'll take it from there. It's too complicated for him.
Ignore that. IQ. Just when you would normally take your break, stop and just normally take your break, and then from that point on, the action it will be as normal for what we're going to do.
Got
And
it.
what normally happens with you knowing.
Got it. I got it. I've got it.
Good.
He picks up his soy calf and goes and downs it in one fair swoop and then goes, got it. Got it.
I look at the water.
So bad.
I know, but hey.
You should do a bit of role play with him. You should pretend to be the guard and just see what he's going to say, because it's going to go tits up.
Billy Bob, you're outside in the car. Could you just roll me a perception roll for me? Carry on, Carrot. Phase.
Okay, so this time go through it again from the top, but this time I will play the guard, and
Which guard?
you react. I'll play the guard just when you're going to go to. I'll play the guard that you would be going.
Okay,
to
got
the,
you, got you,
office to get the
got
keys
you.
with.
So
Got
you
ya.
can practice his words.
Yeah.
So you can practice
He goes.
because we've got to make this right.
He goes. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Mike.
Nice day today. Let's go and get
Yeah.
our keys. Can I please remind you guys, he does has his translocation uniform on. He has, as you can see from the picture. Let's go and get the keys.
I'd say a little bit quieter, but yeah,
Say again. Oh, sorry.
a little bit quieter.
Can I have the
Yeah,
keys,
when we
please?
when we're practicing, a little bit quieter.
Okay. Can I have the keys, please, for today's job? Take keys. Oh, I need to go to the toilet.
You don't normally go to the toilet before one of these, do you?
No.
But they told me to.
I don't. But today I need to go.
Be quick then.
I'll be quick. Go into toilet. Go into a cubicle. Message you. Come out a cubicle. Go back. Hi, Dave. I'm back from the toilet.
That's good.
Let's get going.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Your hands.
Just had a cat and else chance.
It's alright. It's alright. Billy Bob's going to shoot him anyways. It's fine.
Carrot, do you want to hang out? You know, me and you.
Not right now. I've got to go and make sure we've got everything
Oh,
ready
right, yeah.
for the job. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And
I understand. You're safe with me. Sorry, your secret's safe with me. Don't worry. I won't tell anybody at all.
that's good.
I got a
And I
5.
say that thinking to myself, thinking, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. That's good.
He just sort of like sits there.
I'm sorry. I've got to go.
I'm gonna get up and walk out
I
and
wait
head
for-
for the.
I wait for him to do that, and then I finish off my psych and say, thanks for this. If any other problems arise, don't forget to get in contact.
Shall I come with you?
No, not this time. You can go home to your wife.
Shall I stay here? Yeah.
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you. Order another coffee, soy cafe if you want. They're good.
No. I'm good.
He'd be too hyper now. Is that too much caffeine?
And I get up and leave.
You just get to the door and he goes, "Bye, Carrot. Bye. Bye.
I just ignore him.
Bye." you just, as you go out the door, you just hear him saying, "That's my friend there. He's my friend.
Shadowrun.
We're doing a job together."
Oh my god.
I say at this point, do I hear this or not?
Just as you go out the door, yeah.
I say to Billy Bob over the subvocal mic, make sure you shoot him in the face for me, please.
Not now.
Yeah.
Not now. We need the band first.
I got a 5
on the job when we rob him.
Whereabouts are you going, guys? I presume
We're
you're
going-
all.
I'm waiting.
We're going back to the apartment, but we're not going to go straight in first. We're going to go around the block, look for any suspicious activity around the
Okay,
apartment.
and
before we
Billy
park
Bob,
up.
Billy Bob, can you just start up the car for me, please?
I'm still waiting to find out what the perception roll was.
Yeah,
It might not have been for anything.
you didn't see anything. I saw it. I saw it.
Can he keep those 5 successes for next?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
It's
by
a
all
fine.
means.
Gutted. 5 successes. I've never seen you roll 5 successes.
We'll see
on
whether or
anything.
not you can do 5 with the car starting up.
There.
Don't forget, it's not repair.
Oh, yes! Okay then. So just do another one to drive around the block a few times. Yeah, he drives around. Everything seems to be fine around the apartment block. Is there a specific place that... Hang on, I'll just stop my music. Is there a specific place that you would like to park?
Does it have underground parking? We're like middle lifestyle.
Yes,
here.
of course it does.
Okay, but we won't park in.
You have your own parking space underneath.
All right, we won't park in our parking space. We'll park in somebody else's parking space.
Oh, God, I hate people like that.
I know,
It really
I know,
does
but-
annoy me.
Do you want to do a quick astral of the? I'm really paranoid now about this Farrah woman, and that your comm might have been tracked, and that there might be people waiting for us.
Okay.
So can you do your mumbo jumbo magic thing and go and have a quick look?
I will, in that case, go on to the astral plane and have a quick scout round. The outside of the apartment block.
It looks like your mana barrier is still actually intact. That's still actually completely intact. But what you do notice is that the door to your apartment is open. Actually, open is probably the wrong word. It's wide open. More importantly, it's
Got a big footprint on it.
shattered. It's actually shattered. Okay, you need to think carefully about this next question. Carrot. Do you wish to go through your own mana barrier or go into the apartment?
I assume if I'm going through my own mana barrier, the spells don't come off.
That is correct. But if anybody who's inside who is perceiving astrally,
They will spot me.
yes, just like in the garage.
I will not. I will go down and inform. Go back to my body. Doors blown off.
Okay, we've
Yeah,
got
I'd say
two
that's the
choices.
attitude.
We can either go and see what's happened, or we can go. What gear do people need that's in the... I take it all the jumpsuits and the helmets are still in the apartment.
Quite a lot of your gear's in there, because it would be assuming that you're only in your meat gear.
Which, for me, in my case, is most of my gear anyway. The only difference is I've lost my armor jacket. But everything else I have on me all the time anyway.
Right,
I'm going up.
let's go up.
Give me 2 minutes and then come up behind me. Hot dog, it's a party.
You want to go up alone
Yeah.
without any backup?
I will
Yeah.
wait. I will wait 45 seconds and then go up with my hand on the holster, on the grip of my taser.
Does this does our apartment have any security?
Okay, I'm just moving you. Can you see the apartment block now?
Yeah.
I can just see stairs and an elevator
Yeah.
thing.
So there's 2 ways up. I've just created your apartment for you. and what I've sort of like put
Oh, wow.
two double apartments together. So you've got it. So I remember a while back, I think it was you, Chugawugga, said that could you actually design your own apartment?
Well, Billy Bob was actually going to be doing a 3D scale model of it. He's already started it.
Cool. Okay, so the first question I would like to know is, are you going up the stairs or the elevator? That's the first thing.
The first thing I need to know, does the apartment have any type of security? Does it have any type of cameras on it? Does it have? I mean, we're a middle lifestyle apartment, so it's not basic. But does it have any type of like security monitoring cameras or anything that I could maybe hack into?
It's very much like Farrah's apartment was, which is of the same lifestyle. So it has SIN locks on the doors and on the outside doors. It has elevators, stairs. It doesn't have constant camera security or anything like that. Although it's middle class, it's upper middle class, so like situation, rather than middle class that would be like in Central, which would have more of that available. And really and truly, you probably don't want that, because it would actually be monitoring you coming and going all the time, and so it would have quite good footage of you coming and going. So it's probably something that you don't actually want, especially like elevators. You do have an elevator that goes up to your floor, and you do have a set of stairs.
Okay, well, we're going to take the stairs. Billy Bob, you go first. I'll come up behind you. Before we go in, I'll chuck a flash pack in. Maybe give us a bit of advantage on the odd surprise.
Okay. Can you? There's two doorways currently available for your apartment. One is here, and one is here. I'm assuming that one of those isn't working. So it's up to you which one you choose isn't working. You can just go. So
which one's being kicked in? Which door?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because it's a double apartment, I'm assuming one of them is not actually there. But rather than me saying you can just choose which one you want to go to.
This one.
Yeah, so that's cool. So if you go, if you go to that doorway, because you're going to you're going to throw the flash pack in, correct? Yeah, and Billy Bob and Carrot, if you decide where you would like to be.
Can I wait outside and just listen and see whether or not I can hear anything, any movement from inside?
Yeah, you can actually see the door in more detail now, Phase, because you're a lot closer now. So just roll either your perception or searching or investigation skill. One success. Yeah, it's definitely been kicked in. It looks like it was kicked rather than rammed in. It doesn't look like it's had a huge sort of like thing. It looks like it's been kicked in. And
how good is our door? I mean, what type? Could I kick it in?
No, but Billy Bob could.
Could.
Yeah,
right.
And just hang on, just like it looks like it was kicked quite a few times. So in order to get through the madlock, it doesn't look like the madlock by the side of it, which is the SIN operated lock, is a smashed. So you probably think they probably tried to say smash the cover off, but didn't work. So they probably then just bashed the door in.
Okay. I want to get on my hands and knees, and I want to peek around the bottom of the...
Before you do that, I will make sure I pass you the periscope.
I wouldn't know how to use one.
It's just a normal periscope that you like uncollapse and then just go. It's a normal periscope. It's not anything fancy. It's just two pieces of mirrors on a tube. You just like put.
I'm on my hands and knees, and I'll get this periscope, and I'll see whether or not I can use it to look into the apartment through the door.
There you go.
Can I angle it to see whether or not I can see any more?
Yeah, well, you know from your own layout, this is a wall. You do know that this goes through to what is like a living room, and you know that this seating area here is actually one of your bedrooms on the opposite side.
Okay.
I'll hang on, just hang on, just before you hand it back. You also notice that the furniture in here has all been tipped over and ransacked. It looks like it's been sliced open several times, and it looks quite badly damaged.
Okay, I'll hand the periscope back, and I'm just going to do a quick AR switch to AR mode, and I just wanted to see whether or not there's any devices in within 100 meters that's hidden.
Hidden. Oh yes.
Yes.
Roll it blind to me, please.
It was B roll, wasn't it?
B, yeah, exclamation mark B roll.
Do you get that?
Yeah, I did. There's you switch to AR mode, and you can see that there's various wireless devices that you would expect. So there's things like the toaster is wireless, the television is wireless, the Trid video, etc. All that is wireless. You also there isn't anything that you would expect to be wireless in here. For example, if Billy Bob's assault rifle was in here, I'm just giving you an example because it was obviously, if it was on here, you don't notice that wireless naturally. So anything that would have been left in here that would have been wireless from your own gear, it's not there, and you don't notice anything that is hidden. There seems to be nothing in this general area that is hidden at all.
Can I just say, I received that role as well.
Hey, did you see that roll?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, because I have your character sheet. No, because I don't see your rolls. Which roll did you see? The perception one, the big one, or the one underneath it that says secret roll sent to? Do you see like a big box with the Shadowrun logo on it?
Yeah.
Perception. Yeah, that's one that I did before.
Oh, right, okay.
There's one underneath that.
That's one underneath it. It's sort of like a little yellow box. I'm going to get up off my hands and knees. I'm going to draw my my pistol and take out my flash pack and hold that in the other arm, and then I'm going to turn to Billy Bob, and I'm going to make a gesture towards the door for him to go through.
So
yeah, I'm just going to throw it. I've got my my stun pistol out. What's it called?
Taser.
Yeah, Beretta 201T.
That's it.
So say that again, sorry, FaZe. You're going to signal.
I'm going to get up off the floor, off my hands and knees after handing the periscope back. I'm going to take out my my pistol, my Street Line Special. I'm going to take out a flash pack in the other hand, ready, and then I'm going to motion to Billy Bob to go through the door.
Right, so you're not flashing before he goes in?
No.
You're just signalling him to go in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so you're not throwing the pack?
I'm not throwing it yet.
Oh, you're going to flash me?
Yeah. I'm going to wait to you, and then I'm going to throw it at your back. I think these have been and gone.
Yeah, they probably have. Again,
go through the door and eat some lead.
Yeah.
So, do your job.
Why can't I move? There. Right, I'm in.
Okay, so just stop there. And before we go any further, let's grab some initiatives.
Is there a pizza box on the floor?
No.
Oh wait, let me click me. Oh, I clicked me.
Okay, I'm just getting them on. They're just super big for some unknown reason. Cool. Let's swap these around like that. Okay, so let's do that. So as you come round, enter the room, from down this area, let me just ping it for you, down here, as you come round the door, Billy Bob, so you're sort of like there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, gunfire comes from within the room. Okay. That's fine. Okay. You roll your soak, please, because you don't know it's coming. So you roll your soak straight away. You can't dodge the bullet.
There is soak.
His armor's 34.
Hold on, I think I got something wrong here.
I hope so. What, are you in a tank?
You've got too many.
I've got me. Oh wait.
You've got
wait,
too many boxes clicked, probably.
I've got me my helmet, and it's saying I've got my helmet and my my jacket on.
No, you'd have whatever you go for the meat,
Yeah,
so you would have your armor clothing on.
vest.
Is it armor clothing? Armor vest.
It's just my armor vest. There.
Okay, let's try again.
Oh, can I keep falling?
No. Getting all these good. Is his armor vest 13 then?
Mm-hmm.
It will be.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have his character open.
Right, my equipment.
Do you want me
My
to open
armor
his
vest is
character?
13.
Okay, so and that's your meat gear, your armored vest.
That's
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to be aware of that because of the
Yeah.
It's
so
on my
it's-
sheet. I've got the sheet that you've.
yeah,
sent
but
us.
I need to be aware of that because of the it's not easy to conceal it, so it's quite obvious that you're walking around in an armored vest. So yeah, so the bullet shoots in and it hits you dead center in the chest, and the only thing that protects you at that point is your armor. And you then notice oops, let me just do this. I'll reveal the rest of this now so you can see it. You can see that just inside this room here, there is chunk. Let me just put them on. You can see that there's a couple of what seems to be rather smartly dressed. They look like corporate guys there, but they're more like smartly dressed, almost like assassin type type people. They look very smart and very sort of like professional, almost like hitmen of some description. And this is now their initiative being rolled to join yours. There you go.
I take it they heard us then, did they come in, or did they see the periscope?
So they've got.
I think they saw a Billy Bob walking straight through the apartment door. If they were looking.
Okay.
That's the thing. I walked straight in. I would have like scanned around like military style.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick break there, guys. So if you need to go and get anything, because this combat might take some time. So if you need to go and get a drink or anything like that, then please do so. We will be back. If you're watching the stream, then it's lovely to have you along. And we will see you in roughly 10 minutes time to see what will happen in this next part of the adventure, when the runners find out who has actually ransacked their lovely new apartment. Okay, we will be back in 10. Okay, please don't go away.